What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Monday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We have a 7-game main slate tonight, and there's already a bunch of value out there in the early afternoon here with health and safety protocols. I'm going to tell you guys the best spots to be spending down with my 5 value plays that I usually do in these videos. Just like this video, make sure you're subscribed. I appreciate you guys for supporting me. Before I get into my picks, my sponsored sportsbook is BetUS. All the info is below the video. $50 minimum deposit. They will match it 125%, so they more than double it with promo code JOIN125. So let's get into tonight's slate. I'm ready to dominate it. Got kind of screwed last night with Brandon Ingram getting hurt so early. That definitely didn't help us out. He was high owned, but when you have a stud like that get hurt early in the game, you're not going to really see a ton of return on investment. So let's jump into tonight's slate. At point guard, I'm loving Eric Bledsoe on the Clippers. Reggie Jackson and Paul George continue to remain out. I would normally be afraid of a blowout here, but they are at home and the Nets are without Kevin Durant. They're only like 4-point favorites, so Bledsoe should be on the court plenty of minutes. It's no coincidence that in the 2 games that Reggie Jackson has been out, he has seen 36 minutes in both games, and his production, 2 games ago, 35 fantasy points. That was with Paul George on the court. Last night, Paul George was out, and he was the clear-cut best player on the Clippers, 53.4 fantasy points. He only needs 27 to hit value. He should easily do that tonight with the usage that he's going to see. Shooting guard Cam Reddish, an easy play as well. The Hawks continue to get crushed by health and safety protocols. DeLon Wright is the newest victim today. He was a great value play while Trae Young was out. But without Trae Young and without DeLon Wright, Cam Reddish will remain in this starting lineup, and his price is not high enough at $5,300. He needs 26 fantasy points. He has 50-point upside, as we saw in that first game without Trae Young. He played 42 minutes and went off. And then since then, he's been fine, mid-20s in pretty underwhelming games for him. If he plays anywhere close to his average self with all that usage and all the minutes, he should easily get towards 30 fantasy points tonight. Small forward, this is another easy play. Jaylen Brown has been one of my favorite plays lately. Even with Tatum playing, I've been picking Brown because he's been good and he's seen some low ownership. He's not going to see low ownership tonight. Tatum has entered health and safety protocols for the Celtics. Brown will be their number 1 guy tonight. They're also without Dennis Schroeder, and Marcus Smart is questionable. Potentially he is out too. Brown will be the number 1 guy on this offense tonight. He's got a great matchup against the Timberwolves. He needs 40 points on the button to hit value at 8,000. And when I say value, a majority of you guys know, but you just multiply their salary, that first digit, by 5. So an 8,000 player like Jaylen Brown multiplied by 5, 8 times 5 is 40. He needs 40 fantasy points to hit value. He's done that in the last 3 games with Tatum on the court. Brown has 50-point upside tonight with no Tatum. Power forward, the Timberwolves are still without Karl Anthony Towns with COVID issues, and now the newest guy on their team is Naz Reid, who is their backup center. So now let's look at their 3rd string big man, Nathan Knight. He should be starting for them tonight. Reid filled in a lot of minutes with no Towns, but now that Reid is also out, the Timberwolves have no one else to turn to. He should be starting tonight, and he should easily see 25 minutes. The Celtics have 2 really good big men in Robert Williams and Al Horford. Horford is back tonight. They are going to need Nathan Knight to be out there in the paint. They are very shorthanded at 3,800. He should see plenty of minutes and have a great chance to get towards 20 fantasy points to hit value. One of my favorite punt plays of the night. And then for center, let's look at Zubac on the Clippers. Again, with no Paul George and no Reggie Jackson, there's a ton of extra usage opening up. Yes, Eric Bledsoe's the number 1 guy who benefits the most, but Zubac is definitely the next guy there. He sees high 20s in minutes, and his usage over the last 3 games with no Jackson have been really good. He could easily get a double-double tonight against the Nets. Expect him to start and see plenty of minutes because the Clippers are also without Hartenstein, who is their backup big man. So Zubats should easily approach 30 minutes tonight. He's a great play at 5,300. He needs 26 fantasy points. He scored 40 last night with no Paul George and no Reggie Jackson. That'll sum up today's video, guys. We got to consistently stay up to date here. As you can see just in this little graphic here, look at all the COVID guys. Things can always change up towards lock, but these are the best plays as of right now. Please make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed. I appreciate it. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I'm signing off. See ya.